Hi everyone, I am Curtis. Today I'm demonstrating a brownfield cartographer. I am going to solve a problem like how do we understand a massive and messy code bases like in a minute instead of in weeks, months, and years. Let's do step one. On step one, I will put a project in the code in the repo, and we will see the watch the terminal. So right now, let me start the terminal, and let's see how it runs. Yeah, now it's finished. So in about this much seconds, which is not too much, it's finished. So it didn't just read the files, it's just built a semantic map, saved in the cartography folder. I can show you how it looks like. You can see over here, and over here, all information is done. If you go back to the cartography folder, I can show you all listed items are here, all files is saved in here. Let's go to the next step. Now let's go to the forensic lineage query. So in this forensic lineage query, we are moving beyond summarizing some kind of code base. So I will ask a query questions to the system, and we will see how it could handle. The question is this one. Let me paste it. What are the upstream sources of model? Show me the exact file citation. So as you see, the navigator isn't just guessing, it's performing a graph traversal. So it correctly identify the stage customers, the stage orders, the root sources by citing the specific file paths like let's see this file path as you see over here, model mart core custom SQL. The system provides a map of truth, so that's 100% grounded in the pre-decoded, not for LLM hallucination. Let's part to the next part. The next part is let's see, instead of manually tracing a code, let's ask a navigating agent to calculate a blast radius to check it out how the system handled this one. So I am asking a system a question: what the blast radius of modifying this SQL file? And here it is. So I am querying the system about the orders, and look at the precision of the output. The hydrologist identified that this isn't just a file change, it's a data risk, so it flags orders and order items as a primary impact zones. So as an engineer, this tells me like my blast radius extend beyond the coding to our reporting and analytics layer. So this kind of forensic discovery is what preserves production failures in complex brownfield projects. The next step is a day one brief. After mapping the structure and the flow, now I need to transform this data into institutional memory for a new engineer. If one person is opening on the onboarding brief.md, he can see a very important points. For this specific project, I put 1 point. Let me open cartography onboarding brief. Yeah, here it is. So notice like the injection pass. So the archivist has correctly synthesized the structured data. It identified exactly it have 12 staged models as a system entry point. So this isn't a guess, it is a direct reflection of the code base architecture. So under a critical output, this system is performing graph centrally analysis. To prove the value of this brownfield cartographer, I performed side-by-side test also, like blind blindness and insight explanation test. So I asked both standard LLM and my forensic system the same high-stake architectural questions. The question is this one: where is the circular dependency and what is the risk of updating this stage order file? So let me copy and paste it for it. Yeah. So the blind AI result ChatGPT says, like, as you can see, it's completely polarized. Like, it explicitly states, like, I need to see the lineage, the SQL reference, and blah blah A B C, and it effectively admits like it cannot do the job without the data my tool provides. But when we come to the forensic AI result of our system, my system, it becomes the hydrologics agent has already mapped the repo. It doesn't ask for help. It provides the solution, like it instantly flag circular dependency between orders and order items. It correctly traces the blast radius, everything. So my system didn't just read the code, it understood the structural risk and that creates of the code might have missed. The last one is the self-audits. So finally, let's do, I am pointing a cartographer at my own week 2 project. I didn't put week 1 project in it because I don't have that much money. So I do on week 2 project, doc reference agent project. So let me open the code base for it. Yeah, here's the code base. So when I see the code base of this project, there is aha moment that creates. Notice this discrepancy in my manual documentation. I described like a code refinery as a sequential pipeline. However, the hierarchical has mapped it like a circular dependency between the refiner and the auditor modules that I didn't expressly document it. So this is exactly why we are doing on the brownfield cartographer, and it is very necessary. It ignores human assumption and it brings out the fact and the forensic truth of the architecture, and that's really interesting. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.